What's up? What's up? Hello. Is there anybody here? I thought I would do a show after the show. How are y'all enjoying those previously recorded videos as I am taking off the entire month of March? But I decided to sneak in here today to see how everyone is doing. So if you're one here, if you're in the room, come on in the room. This is actually live. I'm actually here and I was just missing you. So I decided I was going to pop in here to say hello. So if you're in here, come on in. What's up, Adrian? What's up? Yes, y'all, this is the show after the show. I thought I would come in here just for a few moments. There's so much news that's popping off. I decided that I needed to at least come on here and give a quick catch up and give you some new things that's happening with news and motions as well. Adrian, so you're watching the replays. People are saying that they are enjoying the replays. I'm so excited that people are finding those helpful. The team went through and found those that they thought would be the best ones out there. Yes, lots of news. There is a lot of news happening. Do me a favor, Adrian, share this video and say, hey, y'all, Gail is actually live right now. I think I just froze for a moment. Don't know what's going on. Let me see if I can get me back. There I am. I'm back. Okay, it froze up on me for a minute. But y'all, come on in the room, Adrian. If you let everybody know that I'm on here today, just for a few moments, that will be great. We'll check out and make sure that the storm isn't going to knock out the video. But I'm going to just give a quick rundown of things that are happening, and so we can get started. So I guess I need to play the intro as well, right? So let me also play the intro for you if I can find it. There you go. So yes, I'm back. So let's just give you some quick news. People jump on here, that's fine. I just thought I would wait until after the previously recorded video played before I go into jumping on here. So we have New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced he would resign on yesterday. He said he's going to give 14 days, so he is resigning. He said he wanted to get out of the way so that the government can go back to business as usual. So we'll see what's happening there. Who's going to fill his place? Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul is set to become the state's first female governor, and she will be in that role until the race of 2022. That should be a very interesting race. You notice nobody was going to run against him, but now that he's out, there will probably be several names that go into that hat there. Now, for the record, just to make this clear, y'all, Attorney General Letitia James, she doesn't play. She doesn't play. Hello, I'm really here, people. She doesn't play. So we have, again, he resigned on yesterday. So that information is happening right now. He resigned on yesterday. He said he's going to stay in the office for 14 days and then he is going to vacate. Y'all, I just had to come on here today because I had this news. So in 2022, the race for the governor in New York, in the state of New York, is going to be crazy. I see that I'm still freezing. I don't know what's happening with the internet right now, but I see that I am still freezing. Forgive me. So just bear with it. I think there's something, we're making changes in the office studio, so that could be a part of it. So just hang in here with me. All right, now if we can just turn our attention to the previous occupant, Donald J. Trump, and deal with the number of women who have alleged that he groped them or harassed them in some way, shape, or form. And don't forget the rape allegation we have against him as well. Y'all, the infrastructure deal passes. $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure deal passed the Senate on yesterday. The final vote of 69-30. 19 Republicans came on over and joined. So they did 9 over the 10 that they needed. So 69-30, and including Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell also voted. All right, y'all, the Olympics are over. So who wants to go to Paris in 2024? I do. Y'all, the United States had more medals than China. China and United States was going back and forth. Y'all, great games. The U.S. women athletes just ran away with everything. The men, y'all need to work a little bit harder before y'all come back in 2022 for the Winter Olympics. And again, I'm freezing. I don't know why we keep freezing here. We're going to get this freezing. Hopefully we'll get this freezing under control before we come back. But look what happens. All right, y'all. Someone hacked my Facebook wall. So if you get a new request from me, it's not me. It doesn't have a picture on it. And if you see it, report it to Facebook. But the people who hacked my personal wall jacked up my algorithm. So I need all of you to communicate with me on posts that you see on my personal Facebook wall. Hopefully we are friends. You can do that. So get my algorithm back up. Yeah, I was hacked. So if y'all see the new request, do not become my friend on that new request, but do report that to Facebook. TikTok overtakes Facebook as the world's most downloaded app. Y'all, yeah, we're back to 7:25. I just wanted to come on here after the previously recorded video to give y'all some of this news. Y'all, Texas Republicans ordered the arrest of Democrats who fled to block the GOP voting bill. They actually ordered an arrest, yeah, for all the Democrats. That's just crazy, but that's happening. Y'all, the Black Star reported that passengers on EasyJet revolted against the crew. They were leaving London headed to Spain, and a black man, I don't know why it's doing this, y'all. A black man had his shoes off. Two black men were together. They were sitting in the exit row. The flight attendant wanted them to put their shoes on at takeoff. They just kind of like huffed and said like whatever. So they were putting their shoes on. She had the plane turned back around, had the Sussex police come and arrest them, and the entire passengers on the plane said, no, nope, you sit down. We gonna take off. Get those police on out of here. That's my paraphrase. So that happened. Yep, and they stayed. So that was really good. Y'all, Apple is checking your phones. Yep. If you have child pornography images on your phone, they're coming for you as they should. So kudos to Apple for doing that. Let's see. Mary says the way to prevent that is to make setting of your friends list be only me. I don't know what you're saying there. Freezing not noticeable on your side. Oh, that's good. Adrian, cool. I'm glad to hear that. Mary, we're going to have a phone call after this. All right, y'all, COVID. Here's my other reason for coming on here, not just for the resignation of Andrew Cuomo, but to talk about COVID-19, y'all, new cases. And I want y'all to hear this, new cases. Yes, I'm really live today. After the previously recorded video, that's why I'm on here late. But September the 1st, we're coming back to 7:25 a.m. Y'all, new cases, 161,990. That is the daily new cases. Daily new cases, 161,990. Those are the daily new cases. Y'all, 1 month ago, if you want to compare it, 1 month ago, on July the 11th, July the 11th, there were only 7,758 new cases. Only 7,758 new cases. That was on July the 11th, 2021. So y'all, from July the 11th, 2021 until August the 11th, 2021, look at the difference. Y'all, we have right now daily new cases, 161,990. Thank you, Mary, for putting that in there. And again, 1 month ago, we had 7,758 new cases daily. Texas Governor Abbott, he seeks out the state to help with COVID-19. As AP is reporting, he needs help with the hospitals. Really? Okay. And then we have the Arkansas governor who wants to reverse a law that forbids schools to require masks. He says in a quote, "In hindsight, I wish that it had not become law, but it is law, and the only chance we have is either to amend it or for the courts to say that it is unconstitutional foundation." Yeah, so now he wants to reverse it. You should, whatever. All right, y'all, we spent the day yesterday, just to give you some update on what's happening with News and Motion, that I'm out of here to enjoy the rest of my month. Not unless something crazy jumps off, I'll come back here. We spent the day yesterday grabbing up domain names. Yeah. We had newsinmotion.com, but somehow the hacker ended up getting newsinmotion.com, and then they wanted to sell it back to me for like $50,000. Well, that ain't happening. So we grabbed up newsinmotion.org, did newsinmotion.net, newsinmotion.info, newsinmotion.us. We started grabbing those up, and those costs, of course. We also grabbed up Namosa Friday. Somebody tried to grab that too. So we grabbed up Namosa Friday. We grabbed up Namosa. We grabbed up all these different URLs. When that invoice came, I went, wow. But we had to do what we had to do if we're going to the next level, and we are. So we're real excited about that. Y'all probably see, well, what's happening over here on this wall? Why is it that there's no images over here? I told you when we come back, all this is going to be changed. We decided to rent that space out for artists. So if you are an up-and-coming artist, or if you are already established artist, you can have an entire week right there on the wall. You can even have an entire month if the price is right. What's up, Luana? You can even have the entire month if you like. But yeah, we were making changes. So that wall, you can rent that space starting now. And when we come on September the 1st. And this is what we want to share with you. Our numbers have increased. We noticed that when we put something on here, we list out a name or we list out a business, people buy. So we thought, well, this is our advertising space, because here's the truth. And I want you all to hear this. Here's the truth. The truth is, everything that I'm doing right now is, of course, ordained by God. And everything that I'm doing in my 8 hours up to 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours, is researching so I can bring you factual information right here on News in Motion. So I have backed off of everything else that I'm doing, and I'm asking God to show me how to move forward so that this can be sustainable. Yeah, this is where we're going. This is what we're doing. I also want to hire some employees to work with us. We've had our millennials who have volunteered for over a year. It's now time to do some sort of compensation for them, whether it's a stipend or what. So we're going to start adding ad space here. So this wall is the start of it. This wall is the start of it. So you can rent that wall for a week. You can rent that wall for a month. And what I mean by wall, you're not going to pay on the wall. You're going to put your art. If you have sculptures or whatever, that space will be for that. And we will talk about it. And here's the truth. And you just email us and ask us for the press kit, the media kit for how you rent that wall right there. Here's the truth. Although it'll only be up either a week or a month, however you decide to do it, it never comes off of YouTube. It never comes off of Facebook. It never comes off of LinkedIn. It never comes off of Twitter. It's still there. So anytime somebody watches the replays, and we're finding that people are watching the replays like crazy, we find that y'all are watching the replays every day during the month of August. I've been on a couple of times, I've sneaked on, but we know that people are watching it, and people are joining News in Motion regularly. So thank you for that. So that wall is going to be available. So I gave y'all the news, so I'm going to give y'all the state of News in Motion real quick. So that wall is going to be available. I don't know what we're going to do with this picture behind me. We think we're going to change that as well. Patreon, y'all. Patreon. Hear me. Patreon, if y'all remember when we started Patreon, we said the introductory rate is $5. That's called the News in Motion family, the NIM family. That's $5. So anyone who joins Patreon before September the 1st, you got until August the 31st at $5. You will remain at the $5 tier, and you'll still get everything that everybody else is getting. You are considered the News in Motion family. If you join Patreon after August the 31st, so let's go ahead and call it September the 1st, that Patreon price is going to increase. It's going to more than double. It is. So if you're thinking about becoming a Patreon, you might want to do it now while there is what we call the NIM family, the News in Motion family. Come September, that tier, there'll be a new tier that's called the NIM community. That's going to be the community. So the family is going to have some serious privileges over the community. We're also going to have an Namosa podcast tier as well on Patreon. And we're also going to have an investor tier on Patreon. You can become a sponsor of News in Motion. That will get you way more than anything else that's out there. You're saying, I want to invest in your work, Gail. I see you've been doing this for over a year. We want to join you. We have some amazing people who are lined up to come and share with us September the 1st. Yep, September the 1st moving forward. So we're going to go full blast at that time. So we're real excited about it. We're still working. We may not be on here doing the news, but we are still working every single day, getting some things out here. But it's more like a relaxed state. I'm trying to do my best to stay away from the news, but I'm always looking at the news. So you can sponsor, even if you want to just call me and say, hey, what does that look like to sponsor? Just set up a time with me and I'll talk with you about that. Now, hear me. We want to make this very clear because there's been a little bit of confusion. So we want to clear this up. If you become a member, a News in Motion family member, a News in Motion community, that does not mean you tell us what to do. No, that doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. So we want to make sure we are putting all those procedures and policies in place. Good morning, Kim Kills. All right, y'all. So we have the artist wall that's for rent. And this is the ad. This is the ad that the team wrote up. I want y'all to be the first to hear it. It says, "Are you ready to raise awareness of your brand, product, or service?" Gail, the host of News in Motion, the news and the Mimosa Friday podcast, is an influencer who brings attention to every product she mentions, and I do. She started out with a few followers and growing base daily. Listeners tune in Monday through Friday from around the U.S. and beyond. Let's expand and connect with new customers and get your brand, product, or services mentioned on her show. Contact, and I have my email address to request her media deck. So we'll give you the media deck. So again, yeah, the Patreon is going to be changing. The Patreon is going to be changing. All right, one last thing. Again, I told you the infrastructure deal passed. In that infrastructure deal that passed, it was a bipartisan infrastructure deal. It did not include voting rights. So we still have that issue. And I want to also bring your attention. We're talking about voting before I sign off this morning. As we're talking about, good morning, Tony. As we are talking about voting, understand right now, all the governors who are trying to have some sort of mass mandate or some sort of mandate, their powers have been stripped from them by the lawmakers in that state. I want y'all to pay attention to this. So the governors can't even govern because of the lawmakers saying, no, you cannot do this. Although the numbers have risen everywhere. And here's the truth, that 161,000 number that I shared with you earlier, that number is not the true number. How do I know it's not true? Because there's an article on my wall. Again, my Facebook was hacked. So if y'all see anything crazy, y'all know it's not me, you know it's not me. So just ignore it. And do not accept any new friend requests from me. It's not me. Good morning, Cassandra. So listen, so on my wall, I have an article there talking about the numbers. And I was very clear on there. I was saying to President Biden and to the CDC director, you are failing the people. Someone asked me if that was strong language to say that they're failing. No, it's not strong. Because if you're no longer going to do contact tracing, you're failing the people. So those numbers, at 161,000 numbers for new cases per day. Remember, on July the 11th, they were 7,000. So that's how much they have jumped in 30 days. There's an article that talks about people who are going out to the stores to get a test kit. Those numbers are not being counted. So if they're getting a test kit and they're testing positive, it's not being counted. The other reason why I say that they're failing the people is the simple fact that now testing costs in many states. Before the COVID-19 tests were free, now they're costing, and people are making a choice not to go get the test. People are making a choice not to go to the doctor's office because either they don't have insurance or they're not willing to pay $100 to be tested. So now the numbers are gone through the roof. There are breakthrough cases. Yes, there are many breakthrough cases now with the Delta variant. People who've had double vaccines are breakthrough cases. Now they're saying they're not necessarily being hospitalized. They're not necessarily having the difficulties that other people are having, but some people are saying they're getting very sick. So you want to be mindful of that also. So those numbers, 161,000. What did I tell you all? 161,990, almost 162,000 new cases a day. And this was as of this morning. That number is not an honest number. It's probably more than that. It's probably close to maybe 180,000, maybe even 200,000. So y'all stay well, protect yourself. see what it is that you're doing. All right, y'all, that's just a quick thing. I wanted to come in here after the previously recorded video. Thank you so much for checking out the previously recorded video. Again, if you have a business that you want News in Motion in the podcast to talk about, please contact us. We're putting all these in order so when we come back on September the 1st, we can hit the ground running. Y'all, there's going to be a lot of new changes when you come on here September the 1st at 7:25 a.m. with News in Motion, and we're so excited about it. Again, Patreon will change as of September the 1st. So August the 31st is the last opportunity to come in at the $5 a month. And they will tell you, any Patreon member will tell you that Patreon is on and jumping. They get all kinds of stuff on there. All kinds of things on there. Y'all, merch is back. Merch is back. You can start looking for the merch. We got some new merch that we also shared on Patreon first. So you don't even have it here yet. It's on Patreon already. I think that's it. Thank you for letting me pop in on your day after our regular time, after the previously recorded video. I miss you all. I miss you all, but I am truly enjoying my time off. I'm not going to give the ending video. I'm just going to say peace out. Nope, I'm not going to say peace out. I'm going to say stay well and remember to make some moves. And I will see you all on September the 1st at 7:25 a.m. Eastern. Have a great day.